The Three Little Deer and the Emerald Dragon. This is a story about three little deer and the emerald dragon. Once upon a time, there were three deer who moved out of their parents' house. Each ventured out to find a house of their own that would fit their individual needs. However, little do the three deer know that the emerald dragon is following them and watching for things she can steal as they move into their new homes. Number 1 deer is a baker. Number 2 is a race car driver. Number 3 bear loves to collect treasures and he calls himself a king. The emerald dragon likes to steal things from others and uses her special senses to help her find them. Come join us in the forest as we watch the adventures that are about to unfold for our dear friends.
Yeah, guys, it looks like this is the day we've all been waiting for. It's moving out day.
Yeah, finally I can follow my dreams of racing my car. And now we are 18 years old and moving out on our own.
See, guys, I'm going to look for a castle to hide my favorite things. Haha, little do those deer know that I will be following them to watch where they go and see what I can steal from them.
So the 3 deer go off into the forest to seek special homes of their own. The youngest deer finds the perfect brick house tucked away deep in the forest.
Wow, look at this cool brick house. It's perfect to do all my baking in.
So then all 3 deer helped her move her things into this new house. Afterwards, they all went out into the forest to look for a home for the middle deer.
Wow, look at this house. It's so cool that I could park my new Nissan GTR SE in it.
Back at the baker's brick house, she started baking all types of goodies. Breads, pies, cakes, cupcakes, and more.
I'm having so much fun baking. I love baking. Now I have so many tasty treats to share with my friends.
As the deer was having a ball baking all her favorite goodies, the emerald dragon had used her special senses and could smell the delicious aromas coming from the brick house. She approached the baker's house and roared.
Deer, deer. Oops, I actually brought them. Deer, deer, let me in, or I'll huff and puff and burn your house in.
So the emerald dragon huffed and she puffed and she burned a hole right through the brick and crept in and stole all the baked goods. The baker deer was so angry and so sad.
You mean old dragon, come back here with my baked goods. I will tell you to make that.
In the meantime, at the middle deer's house, the deer was having a blast, polishing up his race car and getting it ready to take for a spin.
What a beautiful day to take my nice sparkling new Nissan GTR SE for a few laps around the town. I can't wait to practice for the big race tomorrow.
All of a sudden, Emerald Dragon had flown to the race car driver's house and she roared.
Deer, deer, let me in, or I'll huff and puff and burn your garage in.
So the dragon huffed and she puffed and she blasted a huge hole right through the garage and she flew off with the Nissan GTR SE. The race car driver.
Race car right now.
Say it again.
You mean old dragon? Come back here with my new race car right now.
In the meantime, the oldest deer liked to act as if he were a king. He was having a grand old time counting all his money and organizing all of his valuable treasures in his new castle.
I'm so lucky to have worked so hard over the years to buy all of these sparkling jewels
and have saved so much money. I love expensive things. Okay.
However, little did he know that the Emerald Dragon's keen senses had sensed that he had all his treasures out of their locked vaults and that he was counting all his money. She flew to the castle and she roared.
Dear, dear, let me in, or I will huff and puff and blast your castle in.
Sean. Oh, the Emerald Dragon huffed and she puffed and she blasted the doors right down with her fiery flames. She took all the deer's money and treasures, and the deer was so angry and so sad.
You mean old dragon? Get back here with all my money and treasures right now.
The three deer gathered in the middle of the forest, sharing their sad stories of the Emerald Dragon stealing their things. They discussed how they were not going to let it ruin their day because they realized how lucky they were to still have each other.
Oh well, I'll just make some treats for us to share later.
Yeah, guess I'll polish up my old car and I'll use it for the race tomorrow.
I'll just go get another job and make more money to buy different treasure.
Let's help each other and have a party afterwards.
Yeah, sure. Let's do this.
Okay.
So, while the three deer were happily helping one another out and planning their party, the Emerald Dragon was in her cave, eating some of the baked goods, shining up the race car, and counting the money and playing with the treasures that she stole. However, she was still very lonely and sad. She started crying and thinking to herself how nice it would be to have friends instead of all the things she stole. She flies into the forest and she hopes to find the three deer. She does find them as they are just starting to have a dinner party. She walks over to them and she says,
Hello, dear. Please don't be afraid of me. I have come to return most of the things I stole from you, and I need to apologize for doing so. I have been very lonely and sad, and I do not have any friends. I think everyone is afraid of me because I'm so large and look like I can be frightening. But I'm a very nice dragon, and I would love to be friends with all of you. I also help with any repairs your homes needed from me destroying them. What do you think?
I think you deserve a second chance. I mean, everyone deserves one.
Yeah, and once the car comes back, I'll let you get a ride in it if you want.
Sure, little dragon. We can be friends. Come on, guys, let's go.
Thank you.
So the three deer and the Emerald Dragon all worked on repairing their homes and making them look wonderful again. She returned all the stolen goods, except for the one she ate, of course, in which they had lots of time to make new things, new baked goods and everything else, because they became great friends forever and they lived happily ever after.
My name's Angel and I played the baker dude.
I am Raymond and I was the race car driver.
I'm Sean and I'm the king.
I am Rose, and I was the dragon.
Yay! Now if you'd like to see a segment of our talk show with Raymond the race car driver and Rosie the Emerald Dragon, here they are.
Were you mad when I stole your car?
Yes, I was very mad about it. So why did you steal it?
Because I was lonely.
Can't wait to take you.
So when I get my car back, would you like to have a ride in it?
Yes, I would.
And how does it feel to be a dragon?
It feels very amazing because you can fly wherever you want to, and you're big and imposing and beautiful.
Do you know